Tonight at 5, it's the end of the road for the second escaped prisoner in Peoria County. We'll have the very latest, plus what local residents have to say about his arrest.
Tonight, we're going inside the training of Bloomington's K-9 unit to show you how man's best friend takes a bite out of crime.
And later, turkey terror. Find out why this little guy has some local residents crying foul.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Bob Larson.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Meg Marshall. The hunt for a Peoria County jail escapee is now over.
The last of the 2 inmates is found in a Peoria neighborhood just a few hours ago. WMBD's Sarah Barwatz was there and joins us live with all the details. Sarah?
After escaping from Peoria County Jail, James Fuller is now back behind bars. He tells police his plans were to actually lay low for several days, buy a truck, and then get out of town. 44-year-old Fuller first escaped from jail when he broke through the ceiling with a piece of metal that he used to scrape through it from the jail. After days of tracking him, area police agencies were led to a vacant home on 2114 North Street. Officers were checking the home, saw something moving, and realized it was the fugitive. When taking Fuller into custody, they say he did not put up a fight. The neighbor of the vacant house says she heard a loud noise last night and had a bad feeling. She's now thankful Fuller is caught.
I know he took someone hostage yesterday and took their car. That could have been me. That could have been me and my kids. So just thank God they got him.
28-year-old Aaron Cook, the other escapee, is also in jail. He was caught at a friend's house on Spitzengale yesterday. Now Cook's friends Brianne and Joshua Kulik are in jail after hiding Cook. He was found under boxes and in street clothes. They've been charged with concealing and aiding a fugitive. Now Cook told investigators that Fuller had been scraping through his cell for the past year and that Cook only joined in within the last 4 months. Now the sheriff is examining the cells and policies to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Reporting live in Peoria County, Sarah Barwatz, WMBD 31 News. Back to you.
Well, when criminals are on the loose, officers sometimes can't find them on their own. They need help from man's best friend. WMBD's Twin Cities Bureau Chief Jacob Long shows us tonight how K-9 units are trained to take a bite out of crime.
These are not your average house dogs. They're Belgian Malinois, specifically hand-picked in Europe, then brought here to the States to help police track down criminals.
You never have to say, man, let's go do it, because they're always out in front ready to go.
Michael Beezer is a professional K-9 trainer. He says training must begin while the dogs are young. They need to build up familiarity with scent from both humans and drugs.
It triggers the natural hunt drive.
That drive is used to complete exercises like this, where the dogs dig for evidence or hunt down suspects.
People have a tendency not to run if they know there's a dog out there.
The initial training process is 12 weeks long, but it doesn't stop there. These dogs are continually trained almost every week to always keep them on their paws. Reporting in Bloomington, Jacob Long, WMBD 31 News.
The state Supreme Court is being asked to deny imprisoned former Illinois Governor George Ryan any state pension money after being convicted of corruption. According to the state Supreme Court website, the state's highest court heard arguments today from both sides as it decides whether Ryan can collect $5,000 a month for the time that he worked as state lawmaker, lieutenant governor, and a county official. The former governor has already forfeited his state pension as governor and secretary of state because of the conviction. A decision is still months away.
The Tazewell County Board might vote tonight to ban video gambling in unincorporated parts of the county. The ban would make any machine or kiosk which keeps credit illegal. Several bar owners are expected to show up tonight to voice opposition to the ban. Board member John Ackerman tells us he's moved to table a decision until more research can be done. He says the proposed ban would unfairly target only 25 county bars. 176 bars would still be allowed to have video gambling.
A wind farm in McLean County is one step closer to more than doubling its size. After hearing weeks of testimony, zoning authorities say 333 turbines can be added to the Twin Groves wind farm. Horizon Wind Energy is behind that project. County board members will now decide in January if the company should be granted a special use permit. If approved, construction could begin in 2011.
The Peoria City County Landfill Committee ratifies a contract with Peoria Disposable Company, causing controversy among some members of the public. The contract would expand the City County landfill. Environmentalists were among several residents who spoke out against the contracts at a meeting this morning. Now, some members of the public accuse the committee of making this what they call a rushed and hushed process.
We do not see that this agreement protects the residents of Peoria County from potentially dangerous delisted waste being deposited in our municipal city county landfill.
I guess the only disappointing thing out of it was that accusing us of closed meetings and rushing this. We've been at this probably over 12 months now.
Now, on November 30th, the contract goes before a county environmental committee. It still needs to be approved by the county board and go before the Peoria City Council.
America's green job force is getting a boost from Uncle Sam. The Obama administration today announced nearly $55 million in green job grants. That money will be used to support eco-friendly job training and market information programs. The money is part of a larger stimulus initiative totaling about $500 million. The Department of Labor expects to release funding for an additional 3 Green Grant Award categories over the next several months.
Attorney General Eric Holder spends time in the hot seat on Capitol Hill today. Holder appeared before a congressional committee to defend his decision to put the self-proclaimed September 11th mastermind and 4 others on trial in New York. Critics fear it will be a security nightmare and a potential target for terrorists. They also believe the trial will give Khalid Sheikh Mohammed a world stage to spout hateful rhetoric. Holder remains confident this is the right choice. Somali pirates attacked the Maersk, Alabama for a second time in 7 months today. The European Union's naval force says that the pirates fired automatic weapons at the Maersk, but guards on board the U.S. cargo ship returned fire, and that ended the takeover attempt. Pirates hijacked the ship last April and took the captain hostage for 5 days. A surveillance plane is now monitoring the ship to make sure it safely reaches its destination on the Kenyan coast.
With Thanksgiving just around the corner, AAA Motor Club says that more Americans will be traveling this holiday weekend. The organization estimates more than 38 million Americans will either hit the road or take to the skies. Now that's up by about 1.5% from last year. Experts attribute the hike to improved consumer confidence and a more stabilized economy. Still, despite the positive outlook, AAA representatives say more travelers are commuting by car rather than plane. Experts blame flight delays and reduced services and also concerns over newly added baggage and convenience fees. An unusual group of vandals are wreaking havoc at one Peoria apartment complex.
WMBD's Iris Perez joins us with how the wild guests are disturbing residents.
Residents here at Brookview Apartments are feeling like prey this hunting season. That's because wild turkeys have them gobbling up hundreds in car damages.
Like a pigeon or like a more double gobble. Like, I don't know.
That's the sound Scott Smith wakes up to recently. Now, dents and scratches are what he and Samantha Williams are dealing with after these wild turkeys decided their cars are a pecking ground. Both contacted management but say they were laughed at. Wild turkeys are protected by the Illinois Wildlife Code, and now Williams and Smith need someone to take action.
I mean, who's gonna pay for this? Because I can't sue a turkey, you know? It's like, what's gonna happen? I need to get somebody to come get them.
They're like pit bulls, and they scared me to death. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about moving.
You're thinking about moving?
I'm serious because they scratched my truck up and my insurance company said that it's not a real big claim, so I have to go ahead and pay for it myself.
Tune in tonight at 6 when we'll have this full story and why Forest Park Nature Center says there's little these residents can do.